going for Cindy.
All right, I guess we're on.
You gotta speak loud though.
Oh, okay.
Because it's way back here.
Okay. So welcome to Feet in the Streets. Tuesday, April 29th. For talking about Cabaret, a very exciting show. By the way, happy anniversary to my wife. I know she's out there 19 years coming up with me. So good job there. So.
Happy anniversary,
Yeah, we did it. We did it. So yeah. So we're going to talk about Cabaret, and actually, I just go out there and just make myself your host. So with this guy here,
How old were co-chair of the Cabaret 2014?
Vicki Carter, I'm co-chair, also. Right?
I'm John Morelli, theater and part of Cabaret 2014.
I'm Jenny Cleary-Coney. I am the costume chairperson for Cabaret 2014.
Yeah. Every organization is a hostel chairperson. Hostel. Is that what you said, hostel?
Oh, costume.
Costume. I hear we can sort of under some. I like
some
hostel
help here.
better. That's a lot more fun. Yes, we're like Disneyland right here. Very good. So for those out there that don't know, I'm sure most people do, but for those that don't know, what is Cabaret? Take that off.
Do you want to go first?
Sure. Cabaret is a event that people in the community are putting on, and we bring a director from New York City, Jamie Donegan, and he's been doing this for several years. He comes and he does this all over the country. He comes, he brings his choreography, and he brings all the costumes, and people from the community try out, and then the money from Cabaret goes to organizations in the community that help people, and it's a really fun thing, and we have a ton of fun. It's like putting on a New York production for 3 or 4 weeks, and then you go home to your regular life afterwards.
I like a great description of it. You know, from my standpoint, this is also a fundraiser for Long-Term Pioneer Alliance and the Columbia Theater. And the Long-Term Pioneer Alliance puts back over $60,000 a year into the community every year, in the form of scholarships, classes, you name it. Our particular portion of the proceeds this year is for both sight and hearing, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. So, and then for John.
The Columbia Theater is really, we've been part of Cabaret kind of far and late. Just directly involved. And it's a lot of an opportunity for once again, for everybody to kind of come in. A lot of fun. We call it fun for a good cause. It's simply to raise money for sight and hearing, raise money to help support the program of the theater. And all in all, it's just a fun time. It's on our community basis on the stage. It's a lot of fun to do.
You want to add?
Well, for some of our older viewers who might know the term Follies, that is what Cabaret is. It is a Follies with all amateur performers from the community who join together in a chorus, in large groups for dancing, for entertainment, to raise money for our community, our efforts, and have a good time doing it and entertaining others for a good cause. It's hard work, it's fun, it's rewarding, and it's a good time.
Great. So for those out there that are going, hey, I've got some talent, I wouldn't mind being a part of this. Is it too late to get involved with this year's show, or?
Not at all.
Not at
Come
all.
on, we'll find a spot for you. Singers, dancers, comedians, makeup artists. Do you want to come on down and slap lipstick on a pig, I call it?
Hey, wait a minute, you talking about me?
Everyone needs stage makeup. So the guys get lipstick and eyeliner and eyebrows and pancake makeup. So if you want to see what applying that to a large number of men is like, come on down. We got a spot for you. We need help with costumes if you've ever wanted to involved in dressing people in a Broadway show, seeing what that is like, and you're 18 and over, we'll take you on as a volunteer. This has been going on since the 70s here in Longview. It's got a long history, and there are people who have been involved with the show since then. I'm not one of them. I'm fairly new to it, only about 12 years now. But every production I've been involved in has been a wonderfully good time.
Now, how many people, I'm just curious, we had a big event a week or so ago, when Jamie came in, and we had over 200 people at the Out Squad doing the audition. How many people are in the cast?
Looks like it's about 130 from what I've been told. And this is a fluctuating number. And it's because, like, originally I signed it, I was going to go do the mambo dances. You know, I did the mambo in high school and college. And all I know is I kicked my ankles too many times to keep doing the mambo. You know? But you know, there's comedy skits. I'm in a comedy skit that I'm aware of. I think I'm in a space number unless they throw me out so far.
They never show up.
Yeah, that's right. Just remember, there's things going on with cabaret. I went my life, dude.
No, there's no live cabaret.
It's over. That's what it feels like.
So when is Cabaret?
May 15th, 16th, and 17th.
There's 2 shows on the 17th, a matinee and show on the other days.
The prices are great. $15 for seniors and students, $18 for the balcony, $25 for everybody else.
Very, very good. And sounds like tickets are still available?
Definitely.
Okay, very good. And where would they get tickets?
Call the Columbia Theater Ticket Office, which is 575-8499 or 575-TIXX, or you can order online at columbiatheater.com.
Or you can see Jenny.
I have tickets.
You can see Hal. We all have tickets. Let me see who else out in the audience has tickets. Fred has tickets. Sidney has tickets. Doris has tickets. Louie. You have tickets.
He's got tickets.
He's got tickets. That's right. So many of the cast are carrying vouchers that you can get your tickets. I really encourage you to get those vouchers purchased quickly so you can get good spots in the theater. Very good.
Do voucher holders get to choose their own seats, John?
No, everything is Phil Festival meeting. So everybody gets to come in and choose their seats and sit their feet where that's the amount of food. You just hope that somebody with their cane isn't going to try and beat somebody else up to get
All part of the
seat.
show.
But you know, most of the seats in the Columbia Theater, like all of the seats, are generally pretty darn good seats.
This isn't the Rose Garden.
No,
A mile away from the stage or anything like that.
Moda Center.
Some voters that I forget. I've been going there most of the year and I still forget.
Still called it the Expo Center down the street.
Yes, yes.
And we're also going to have several gift baskets and gift certificates and different things that people can bid on to win. It's going to be silent auction, I think, for most of them, and we're going to have that every night of the show. So that'll be fun too.
I know there's quite a lineup here.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
some things that are going to be going on.
Well, you know, just the problem with when we get this rehearsal schedules, you know, there's a shimmy people are practicing. Okay, what does that mean? You got to show up and find out. There's a kick line. I think everybody knows what a kick line is. The kick line is for the people participating in the kick line, it is a kick in the butt. Both doing it and watching it, you know, and it's hilarious. There's a tap number, you know, Tapestry Northwest is going to be there with a number of groups. And there's comedy, there's chorus, there's a space number, disco, mambo dancers, tango dancers.
Isn't there some contemporary subjects
Are you
that we're
asking?
covering?
Are you asking the question? Are there songs that I don't recognize?
I'm not talking about songs. I'm talking about subject matters.
Oh,
or
some
comedy.
contemporary. Yes, there is.
I remember the first time I saw Cabaret in 2007. There's some very, very funny local takes on the issues.
That's right. And there very well could be in this one either. I recall when the mayor, Kurt Ignacio, and Ramon Lieber were warring on the Longview City Council over some issues. They got put in a skit together that was hilarious. I bet. That was hilarious. Both of them handled it very well. They were gracious, and they understood the intent of cabaret, and they enjoyed in the process.
I think the fun of it is, when you bring cabaret down, the fun of it is that we really get as a community to kind of have fun, laugh at ourselves, and just, I think Jamie said it best, you get to be a kid. You know, for 3 weeks you get to be a kid. It's something we as adults don't do very often. We now sit back and watch our own children do their thing. We sit back and you want to do the mambo, God bless you, go for it.
Well, that's for sure. That's for sure. I just slowed to the left of the stage as it was going, in, hoping nobody would notice, especially Jamie. You know, one of the things I think is going to be exciting is to see the stage at Heart Song Massage. You know, I'm assuming somebody's going to be up there massaging somebody for 2 or 3 minutes.
So I think you're volunteering.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That'll be just after the mambo.
Yeah, that's right. So that's exciting to see how Jamie treats each of the stage acts that come out. They're hilarious.
Well, actually, I got to know the owner of Heart Song Massage, and she is thinking about giving over her stage ad to support the Squirrel Fest that happens here in Longview. She is a big promoter and believer in Squirrel Fest, loves squirrels herself.
Love the big puppy
And
squirrel.
yeah,
And
just,
she's really nuts.
she's a big supporter of Squirrel Fest. She thinks she's going to give over her stage ad to that. That's what she's going to think.
That's good. And she probably should make that decision before Thursday at 1:30 when Jamie meets with me to go over the stage acts.
That decision has been made.
Oh, okay, but the person going over it with it doesn't know that. So that's great.
But Al, does that mean that, are you still hoping that the squirrel
I was just
will give
thinking
a massage?
that.
Yes, that'd be kind of cool. The squirrel giving a massage, you know, to a Columbia Theater guy who was all stressed out.
Well, I don't know about the squirrel giving a massage. I imagine he would appreciate one.
There you go. You
Guy,
can participate. You
and
can squirrel massage now.
So, Jenny, the question for you is, where exactly do you massage a squirrel?
above his tail.
Oh, okay, that's good to hear.
We always stay above the tail.
Okay, that's right.
Very good. So, one of the things you kind of alluded to a little earlier was the lions. So they really like to move colors, our glasses, that sort of thing. Sure. Want to get into that a little bit further?
Sure. Yeah, Longview Pioneer Lions is like the city of Longview celebrating its 90th anniversary. In fact, their celebration is actually done. I thought I would go over a bit of what happened last year inside here in Taos County. Longview Pioneer Lions has joined together with the other Lions Club to form a special little, we call it a screening committee. And this all the clubs from Kayak Lions in Titan County, Casa Rock Lions, Woodland Lions, Longview Monticello, Longview Kelso Curly Birds, the Longview Monticello Lions, Pioneer Lions. Is that 8? They're pretty darn close to 8. Okay. And here's what happened last year. We gave out over 170 eye exams and glasses by joining our efforts together. It looks like we're on track to give out over 200. Plus, 30 individuals were helped with hearing aids. Some got 1 hearing aid, some got 2. And if anybody ever has gotten an eyeglass, you know you can spend a couple $300 to get there. We've arranged negotiation with 4 different optometrists as well as Walmart, and we can give out roughly. To look at this, is roughly a $20,000 value. Right? Longview Pioneer Lions last year contributed $4,000. If you know somebody who is in need of eyeglasses, hearing aids, you can actually turn applications in, and Greg Bird authorized me to give out his cell phone number. That was really nice of him. And I'm slowly or quickly looking for it because it's 430-4839. Now, what's interesting about this, we'll go back and look at the history of the Pioneer Lions and go with them. Oh, they also did 3 cataract surgeries last year. And that's in Oakland. And that's in concert with our West Line Psychotherapy Company. Here's how that works, how cool that is. This weekend is like people out various places, all Lions clubs, not collecting money. And the money we collect from there goes into the Lecking Days Fund, which goes to Sight Hearing Foundation, which is headquartered in Seattle, right next to the big hospital up there. Our big hospital is associated with that. We can get a cataract surgery for $2,000.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing? Yeah. Lovely Pioneer Lions puts in $1,000, and the Sight Clinic puts in $1,000, and the Sight Hearing Foundation puts in $1,000. It's amazing that people. We have a member of our club. Her name is Ray Ward, who about 25 years ago got her first cataract surgery. It was going to see the Lions, but she didn't realize it then, but she realizes it now. She had to stay in the hospital for a week. Wow. She had her second one, I think it was about 10 years ago, and she was in there a day. That's where the cataract surgery, and I'm excited about the other paper that about the first bionic eye that finally ready to work, and I'm excited about that. When I was governor, they were starting to talk about the discussions on research on that. But what is really cool about this?
You said bionic completely, so non-human, basically. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah, and you know, I'm not aware of, but I'm, you know, the nerve's has to work. The optic nerve has to work. You know, that bionic eye.
Well, they can X-ray vision then.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's what happened. And I just find it exciting because I would go back to a project about 10 years ago. A young man came to us with a hearing problem. He had gone to a number of the different audiologists and so forth and learned that his surgery was going to be $30 to $55. Wow. We worked with him, took 3 years for this to unfold. 3 years to work with this young man for this particular hearing surgery. We ended up getting it for about $15,000. The Sight Hearing Foundation put up $7,500 on the Lions Club, the other stuff. Wow. And it's a man, I can tell you, he came to the Lions to tell us the story about how it was, how he could hear again with the dry eye in the place. It was just like, I can hear, I can hear. You know, that's some of the good that we do.
You know, one of the things that I learned just recently joining the Pioneer Lions was the whole history. And I think some people don't really understand the whole history. How Lions came to focus on sight hearing.
Yeah. Helen Keller came to our international convention in the 1920s or 30s year. And she gave an impassioned plea to Lions to become Knights of the Law. And half the people who were at the convention didn't realize that she was also deaf. Until afterwards when she gave her presentation. She says, I can't hear you. And it's just amazing. With that, it just really spawned an effort. In fact, there are junior dog schools that came out of that project. There's one back in Rochester, Michigan. Minnesota. Watch out. I've actually been there. You know, it's really cool. It's much like the Guide Dogs for the Blind down in Portland, Oregon. They all work together. The difference between the Rochester one, they have created a training program for a dog. They help blind and deaf. Wow. Isn't that amazing?
That's awesome.
I mean, yes, there you go. You know, just the blind dog costs about $28,000 to get that dog first. 2001, when I was there, there was an older gentleman from Vancouver who I met him on the day we got there. We were there for 2.5 days. And he was so mad at that stupid dog because I wouldn't do what he was telling him. You know what the problem was, right? The dog knew exactly what the human did. Right. We left on Sunday. He was praising that dog. because Doug finally figured it out, which means he finally figured it out. It's such a blessing because they actually put a blindfold on you when you visit and they let you walk at 100, 200, 400 yards and scared. Trusting that, oh, I'm sure, is like, okay, how do I do this? Yeah, because the God knows where corners are.
You know, I think that we are the largest
Service organization.
organization in the world.
That's correct.
How many?
1.3 million people around the world. And it's
And for us, we're doing our little part right here in our corner.
That's right.
And Cabaret is our young part.
That's right. You know, and like in partnering with the Columbia Theater, I think it's absolute wonderful partnership. And I only say that because I was in the city council voted to acquire the Columbia Theater because I believe it's a historical national landmark and it's important to our community. There are people out there who didn't necessarily agree with me on that, but I'm still happy about that.
Well, you know, when I think back to Symphony from the Columbia Theater itself, there are people, you being one of them, but others of people you've known over the years, who made decisions that may have not been terribly popular at the time, and I think sometimes that lived out the history and see the ultimate benefit, and basically, hopefully, opinion swaying in favor of that, keeping that landmark alive. And I'm not being too self-serving here, but we've got a terrific staff at Columbia really maintains that facility. And it's a big facility to maintain for a small nonprofit organization. You know, we take a pretty big amount of our budget to keep that facility up and running.
I think it was roughly 74. I remember going in there and looking at this wiring, saying, "My real estate background, we should not purchase this project."
And if I look at the wire and go, okay. Well, I think I've heard it actually was scheduled to come down. That's right. How's that?
The explosion saved it.
Yeah, that's good.
You know,
Yeah.
and I'm going to tell you, when I first heard that story, when I first moved here in 2007, I took that as, I said, oh, this is too convenient. And by golly, it was true.
Yeah.
It was true. I had more than one person tell me the story. Either it's been repeated so much that it's the truth, or accepted it's the truth, or it wasn't true, and indeed it was.
Well, the truth be known, the city was in a position where they could condemn it because of how we would say the quality of the domiciles, which today are top notch. And we should probably address the electricity problem. That is fixed by a factor of how much?
That $12 million worth of
$12 million
electricity.
Yeah, it was expensive, and we got some grants. We got some grants for that.
We raised $12 million. A lot of people stepped up on the computer to make that happen. We just great program. We just great program in Columbia that I hope more people take advantage of. We do think we have our Rainy Month series, which is really inexpensive for families and kids. We do that. We do our Main State series. We do a lot of education, a lot of things that are behind the scenes, not unlike the Lions in any way. A lot of things that we do just in the day-to-day. We frequently take on some terrific students who just want to learn more about technical theater. We take them on as interns, and there's a lot of training involved. We turn out some pretty good people, which benefit the community.
So once we become an intern, how would they apply? Is it you or?
Well, they would call us. We'd send them into the right direction.
Very good.
Because it depends what their interest is. Mostly it's technical theater, and our technical director, Kelly Ragsdale, really knows her stuff. We bring a lot of major artists in over the years, and she really does a terrific job making sure that they feel comfortable. And even recently, returned visit by Arlo Guest. The last time he was here, the theater had not been renovated, and he was impressed. I'll tell you that. He was impressed. You guys did a great job on that. That was nice. So, I mean, the whole thing, when we get back to Cabaret, the fun of it, the idea of making it, you've been involved in it how many times now?
Since 2007, this will be my third time.
So why you addicted to Cabaret
because it is so much fun. It's the most fun you can have. I mean, there's nothing that beats it. It takes a month out of your life, and you just go with the flow for that amount of time, and you get to do stuff you never get to usually, like tap dance and be in these big productions where these big frilly costumes. There's just nothing that beats it. It's awesomely fun. Even if you're not an outgoing person, you can still have lots of fun and pretend you're outgoing. And
Jamie really,
he
he
brings
makes
it out.
everybody look terrific.
Yeah, and he brings out the best in everyone, and he's such an awesome person to be around. He's just got a lot of personality.
Jamie is an incredible director. And for those of you who want to know more about this man, his name is Jamie Donegan, and he owns and operates Jamie Donegan Productions. And what Jamie does is he travels around to communities like ours, and he helps nonprofits put on these shows to raise money for their communities. He brings the costumes, the choreography, and the copyrights, basically. Big 3 C's of creator, I might say. He brings sequins and glamour and glitz and...
How many boxes of costumes did he bring?
Let's see, there were 18 boxes of costumes and then 1 box of stuff that's Jamie's. It says, do not open, top secret. It's got the music. And his tap shoes.
No, what happens is and I've already witnessed this, these boxes arrive, and this small army of volunteers arrive and start pulling costumes out, steaming, ironing, washing, and getting ready, and then racking them, putting them on racks. And so they are, you're getting them racked.
Actually, they're pretty much all racked. There are some things that are absent right now because we have 30 tuxedo coats of various kind at one of the dry cleaners here in town. He's a sponsor, so I suppose he wouldn't mind my saying Orchid Cleaners.
Thank you, Orchid.
And thank you, Orchid. And we've got costumes at my place, leotards, which have already been through the laundry, and a bunch of, I'm going to call it, pumpkin orange shirts to be laundered and steamed or pressed. We've got one of the
Oregon
gals.
State Beavers should like that, right?
I suppose so. Yeah.
Orange is the new black.
Oh, Orange is the new black.
Oh, that's right. There's a show. Yeah. There's alien costumes. Oh, and for gentlemen who like ladies' legs, it seems like there's a number of very short little dresses in there. So I think some leg is going to be showing during the show.
Take that.
Okay. Should we go back a little bit in history? If you recall, the perfect Carol Burnett interpretation of a dance on the front stage, that was Jenny in 2010.
Oh my goodness.
And it was so funny. Jamie was so afraid that she was going to fall in the pit. All she did was move closer just to see if he would shake. So we have no orchestra pit this year. Darn. It was so much fun.
No, we forget about it. We talk about all the performers on stage, but we have a full band.
That's right.
How many
right.
pieces?
Wow. Cindy, how many pieces? Where'd she go? I think she's nine.
A half dozen, 9.
8 or 9, something like that.
So we can call it a big band or a medium band.
That's right.
Pianists.
And 2 pianists. So
The band's going to be on the stage this time because he wants people to see how good these people are.
really? That's really kind of funny. Wonderful.
You didn't know that, huh?
Some of the people involved, we forget how many people, what talent we have.
And we're
It's going to be terrific.
going to have a group of people backstage, moving props, moving stuff, making sure, Jenny has a double challenge. She wants to participate, but be in charge of costumes. So she's got a dozen helpers, is that right?
Something close to that. I was very fortunate. Someone I know sort of runs a sewing group called Rockin' Threads.
All right.
So, ladies, if you like to sew and you want to get in touch with this group, let us know.
Yeah, that's for
And she volunteered her group to get involved in this community effort. They're replacing zippers, steaming, ironing. They're a wonderful group of women getting to know and laugh with a bunch of new friends.
They're called Rockin' what?
Rockin' Threads.
Rockin' Threads. We need to we'll write up to the program.
I think so. I think that they would appreciate that. there are a lot of people in this community who have worked very hard to bring it together. Vicki and her husband Fred, who is a musician himself, and I understand it's going to be doing this solo. Yeah, Fred.
Where did he go?
And there's Hal, of course, but there's a couple of people that couldn't be here tonight. There's Mary Holmes. There's Michelle Clark. Michelle is over at the Daily News. Mary is.
No, unless you're going to miss everybody in the cast. We're already getting in deep.
Well, these are the
She
people
was going to the
who
committee.
these are the people who planned it and worked hard to forge this alliance between the Lions and the theater. It's my belief, and probably Vicki's belief as well. I know there are a number of us that believe that if we hadn't have forged this alliance and forced this to happen, basically, did a little gentle arm twisting at times,
I thought it was a massage.
Cabaret, the Follies may never have returned to Longview again after 2010. So,
Yeah, it takes it. This, floating on Sunday when they perform. So they're basically they go to the theater for a week, and that's you need that kind of time when you're doing your rehearsals, finishing rehearsals, stuff, and doing that. And I can't think of a better use of the space.
yeah, and the costume fittings, yeah, all that stuff. There's a lot of costumes. So we could use some more bodies to put in costumes so people don't have to go through 14 and 15 costume changes. So if you have any talent, but even if you only just think you have talent, come on down, we'll find a spot for you on the show. Most fun you can have when your clothes
And also, if you have a unique talent,
You don't want to be there.
if you have a unique talent that like juggling or ventriloquism or standing on your head or I don't know,
ukulele
playing the saw, yeah, that's a big one.
Joe, is that you? Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
I played the string.
love it.
I just
We
pulled
need-
back
we
and forth,
need-
see what happens.
Acts like that to round out the show.
I want to talk about one of the things we're doing is putting together a program, and we had set a goal of about $26,000 in advertising sales. As of last night, we're at 25.2. More came in today. Now, what's really interesting is that pretty much pays for most of the expenses of the show. And ticket sales is where you're going to help the community and what's going on. And so we're kind of excited about that. We're going to try to push through that through Thursday to see if we can up that. We had some more expenses, which is natural in this kind of a project. So ticket sales are the most important. In the sales, our president, Washington Pioneer Alliance, Beth Harvey, sold over $10,000 of these ads. I mean, that's a handy number. Anybody like to know who was in second place? Anybody guess? Jenny Bergoni.
Right on.
Oh, really? How did I manage to do that?
Just because you're
Who you are.
who you are, and a good person, and we thank you very much for that. And everybody else participated to a level of acceptability. You know,
Well, thank you, everybody who contributed, bought ads and things.
And there's
Thank
still
you,
time.
Thank you.
431-2733. Reserve your space now.
Yeah, we'll make a whole extra stage ad just for you, if you want to buy one. They're fairly inexpensive, only a couple of grand.
That's all.
Yeah,
That's right. I think we have room for one more stage ad.
excellent.
So,
One of the things we've had to deal with this time is the closing of Monticello Hotel,
yeah.
which means we've had to scramble for rehearsal space and all that goes along with that. So we're rehearsing one place one night, another place another night, another place another night, but it's still getting done and everyone's stepping up to the plate and helping, and it's still going to be a great show.
And this is a time, the fun thing about this, we start thinking about lots of changes happening in our community. But this is one of those times everybody in the community has a chance to step it up. Just have a chance to step it up to be a part of it. It's a great community spirit.
Don't you think we should hear from the Randall family singers?
Singing.
Is
Singing. Not sure I'll sing.
okay, the Reline Local
I think
singers. How about the Reline
I
Local
played
singers?
saxophone 20 years ago. I wonder if I can dust that back off.
Plays the saxophone.
I did. What did you do with it?
I put air into it, move the finger.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Generally with saxophones, they're in a closet somewhere.
Well, actually, my
Oh,
banjo,
the actual instrument, it's
yeah,
gone. Yeah,
my
it's
banjo
gone.
from 30 years ago is still in the in our bedroom stored safely. It's a 5-string and it's cool. It's, I keep saying, well, when I retire, I'll take that back.
Did you say you're doing a solo?
Yes.
Yes,
He's really playing.
he plays around town. He's playing at the Monticello.
Guitar.
Yeah, he plays guitar, steel
What
guitar.
do you mean he's playing on solo?
What?
You said he's playing
The only place you can get an audience.
Hell Mansion.
That's better. Thank you for
Another
winning.
He's playing there Wednesday, it's either the 2nd or the 7th, whatever day that is. And he plays there for their wine tastings. He plays at the office, but he's going to do a solo in cabaret. He's going to sing part of the tango song, so that's going to be fun.
And he just got through 2 sold-out events at the Burgerville.
Yes.
Yes.
We had a lot of fun. At that,
Yeah.
the flash mobs.
Yep. And you never know when a flash mob's going to show up around town.
That's right.
We do know that Burgerville is very gracious.
Yes, they were fun to work with.
They had that crazy squirrel out on the fence
I know
and
it.
up on a light pole for a couple of hours. That Sandy B. McNutt, you never know where you're going to see him either. Jeez,
True.
guy.
All I know is I went to talk to him, and all he just whacked me with his tail, so I went back inside.
I love that tail. It cracks me up. That's awesome.
Yeah.
He does have quite the fluffy tail.
Yes, he does.
Very, very cool.
And
Ray,
some
any
of his
questions?
waist, too.
Right? I saw your hand up there. I wasn't sure if you
No,
had a
I'm
question.
sorry, I just had a question. You started alluding to some of the names, which Helen mentioned, like too many, and also you kind of alluded to contact information. So I was wondering if you'd actually share like your web page or actual contact information to follow up, because the characters involved, the people supporting this, they are local treasures, and there's a way to connect with that and further support it. I think it'd be beneficial.
So is that the real Ray Baker?
Yes.
I know the show 3 times. I didn't know there was a Ray Baker.
Oh, come on, Hal.
It's always been Randall.
Yeah, the Santa knows.
Yeah, that's right.
I had invited you on before when I was hosting.
I know
You
it.
were always busy at the last minute.
I know it.
I'm
I just
sorry.
figured you were just brushing me off ever since then.
Well, no, I've been trying to like maintain my hair, so I don't do a lot of brushing.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
Little follicle humor there.
Right. Just so you know,
Ready
John
to be
Morelli is
covered, right?
storing half my hair on top of his head. Thank you very much for that.
I'll give it back to you. Yeah.
Okay, that's right. Ooh, ouch.
We did have
Contact information would be very beneficial.
a Facebook page that we want everyone to like. It's called Cabaret in 2014.
Cabaret in 2014.
In Cabaret in 2014. So please go on there and like it, and it'll have all the information about the shows.
Some rehearsal photos, things like that.
Lots of old photos from old cabarets that are really interesting.
You could go on and see some of your friends who
Are
have
gonna-
been immortalized.
Yes,
Yes.
and will be
Probably some
immortalized.
that didn't want to be
And just
immortalized.
so you know,
True.
some of our older folks might be able to go on and see what they looked like when they were not older.
Oh, yeah, there's some great
We also
pictures.
have a website for the Columbia Theater.
Columbia Theater is columbiatheater.com. That's where you can go on and order your tickets online. You can, the contact information is right there. You can call us. We're ready 11:30 to 5:30 Monday through Friday to sell tickets.
And PioneerAlliance.org has got information. Plus, we have a Pioneer Alliance, Longview Pioneer Alliance Facebook page for pushing these. I think there's a theater Facebook page too, isn't there?
Yeah, that's right. We have Columbia Theater, the Facebook page. We actually have a lot of activity on our Facebook page.
Well, I thought it was really interesting that you had to bring in a group that would be almost as good as Cabaret after we're done. It's got a Beatles tribute group coming in right after. Like, almost as
Oh.
good. Yeah.
Wow.
Beatles, huh?
That's going to be a terrific show.
That is.
What's the show that's going to be there a week before the
Week
theater?
before is High Art, which is pendulum aerial arts. So
Whoa.
most of the folks, you see their bios, most of them are champion aerialists. I've won a number of championships, and this is a company that's out of Portland, and this is a beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. It's very much like a Cirque du Soleil show. Not on the same scale, because obviously we're much smaller.
Sure.
But it's going to be visually.
Are they going to be
very,
over the
very
audience?
nice. Not over the audience.
Okay.
They
I was
can't
just
do
thinking
that.
about how weird that would be to look up like
Yeah, but there's going to be a lot of beautiful things. What they've done in that is they worked at the Portland Art Museum a few years ago and created this piece called High Art, and it was taking famous paintings, many of which we would know, and basically recreating them in midair.
Wow.
Yeah, in midair, and they're really with beautiful. I mean, obviously with beautiful and aerial acts, but eventually they materialize into these paintings. And it's a beautiful piece to see, very colorful. We hope that a lot of people will show up for it because it's the last show of our current season.
Wait a minute.
Wow.
Wait a minute. What is the last show of your season?
No, the last show of our main stage.
What do you mean cabaret?
Then we have cabaret. Then we close it up, and the very next day cabaret moves in.
Yeah.
So.
Wow, so we get to open the season.
So we're kind of
Sort of.
Kind of in between.
Okay.
So is June the beginning of your season?
No, our season.
We're
always begins in
seasoning.
September.
They both close in a season.
We're
Open.
seasoning.
Yes.
Your seasoning.
Yeah, sure.
Where the seasoning
We're
salt.
Johnny's Dock of Season.
Oh.
This is beginning to deteriorate.
You see why they put me in the comedy skits?
And Cody had a question, right?
Yeah, you were saying something about tickets. How much are they?
Tickets are
15, 18, and 25. 15 for students and seniors. And I suppose if you're like a 30-year-old student, you show your student ID and you get that student prize. So
Or senior-year-old Ray.
$18 for the balcony. $18 for you cheapskate adults in the balcony. You know, don't want to push out the whole $25 and help your community. So $25 for everybody else.
Primetime seats.
And you get to fight for your seats, old festival seating style. Now be kind to your elders, let them sit first.
Hey, Sean, it's all good to see you again.
Yes, you bet.
I love you, son.
Oh, Ray.
This is my son. We've been separated for years. God bless you.
And Ray's gonna be in cabaret, right?
Yes.
Yes.
He was at rehearsals last night, and I was kind of going, wonder what he's going to do besides stand around and look
awesome.
awesome.
He's waiting to be courted.
Yes.
I've been trying.
Yeah.
Come join us, Ray. Like I said, most fun you can have with your clothes on.
I know, but I'm a nudist.
Oh, ouch.
There's changing. There's
Ouch.
changing.
In the halls.
There's changing.
On stage sometimes.
I remember last in 2010, they had all the ladies on one side and upstairs, and then all the men were on the other side.
Right?
And I don't know how the ladies got changed.
In the halls.
Yeah, because there was twice as many of you, because we didn't have hardly any room. We were out in the hallways. In fact, I saw more of your husband than I ever did yours. Just so you know. And that's memorable, that's right.
We very much appreciate the convention.
Yeah, you're welcome. I just must have that.
And as I recall, there was a moment a couple of years ago when we saw more of you.
Oh, boy, everybody's got one now.
There's
Wanted
pictures
to
of that.
see.
Howard on everybody.
On the website, you might see some of those pictures. He's promised everybody that Hal keeps his clothes on in this show. Now remember, Jamie making a promise like that is very, very dangerous.
And there's one dance number. It's called Bounce, and it's for men only, and they can't tell anyone what it's about. My husband won't tell me what it's about, so it's going to be a big surprise.
We're all a little afraid of that, aren't we?
Yeah.
Because this is how Jamie gets you into it. 2010, I said, Jamie, well, just give me something to do, because I don't have a lot of time to make the rehearsals. Make it something I can actually handle. So I put me a couple of dance numbers, which were fine. I did rehearse those. Then he said, I'm going to have you do this Maharaja out there on the stage like this. And so all the rehearsals on there with my t-shirt, my outfits on, and so forth. So dress rehearsal, right? Let's take t-shirt off just for fun.
Oh, wow.
Just for fun, it's dress rehearsal. Oh my God, he couldn't get the shirt back on. He wouldn't let it go back on.
Oh no.
He's an encourager of par excellence. Would you say encourager par excellence?
Yeah.
I think the kind of the stamina it takes for someone like Jamie to be able to walk into a community. He's done this. He's raised millions of dollars.
Over 28 years.
Yeah, for 28 years.
18 million.
Something like that.
Having to be able to step into a community, identify the gifts that different people have, and draw them together in 3 weeks and make it happen. It's really fun. And
So that was my gift. Standing there with all these women swathering all over me. Yeah, it was pretty tough. Tough duty.
I was not necessarily talking about that. But I'm just saying, Jamie has the ability to come into a community is pretty magical in and of itself, and in 3 weeks transform a group of everyday folks into a pretty wonderful show. Yeah. A lot of fun. And all for, what do you say?
Community.
Good cause.
Under the good cause. When you see those signs pop up around the community,
Don't take them away.
don't take them away. Just go buy tickets.
You'll get to see your neighbors, who knows, your plumber, your roofer, at the various occupations of
City councilman.
people who are in the show run to doctors and attorneys and massage therapists, secretaries, bankers, real estate people. They're ordinary folks who come together to put together something pretty extraordinary. And, just to give myself a chill. I love
You and J-Lo, you both do that, huh?
I love
Lucy's-
cabaret, and I guess so. That must mean I love Jamie just a little.
He's not hard to look at.
No, he's not hard to look at. He can sing,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
can dance. You know, it's yeah.
Yeah.
He's really great at encouraging people. He never seems to have a down day. Wow.
He has
Yeah.
more energy than anyone I've ever seen.
He's like the freaking Energizer Bunny. Yeah. I think he'd probably wear the Energizer Bunny around.
No, that would be you that would wear the Energizer Bunny. See you in action.
I
So,
guess
John?
go to practice.
All right. So yeah. So I guess a quick reminder of dates, times, and how to contact, and we'll do shout outs.
May 15, 16, and 17 with a matinee on Saturday the 17th and an evening performance. And that's at the Columbia Theater, which is 575 TIXX. For tickets or cabaret, cabaret tickets are 15, 18, and 25. And it's all fun for a good cause. You can go to our website, columbiatheater.com, to find out more information. Did I cover that all?
Except for Cabaret in 2014, like that Facebook page.
That's right.
And I'm your pioneer, pioneerlions.org. And
Come on out and have a great time.
Oh, yes.
Thank you so much, everybody. And we got Cody up here to wrap up the show with his shout outs.
uh-oh.
I don't grab anywhere.
All right.
Looks like a rapper.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Here, you need a little more room?
Nope, as long as I can see Vicky. There we go. Shout outs. Yeah, I got it.
Like a chair.
No, I'm okay for right now. My back hurts anyway. Washington Group. Ann, Elisa, Aaron, Connie, Debbie, and Darcy. Anybody else?
No.
Okay. Dane from Germany. Germany. Connie from Georgia. Renee from New Hampshire. Rachel from California, and Michael from North Dakota. Who is the new one?
Gail from Australia.
Gail from Australia.
All those people, they get an airplane ride into PDX so they come up to our show.
I was thinking
Oh,
that
there you
too.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, apparently he's paying for it, so.
Oh.
Al or HAL.
Hey, he offered.
How many more ads?
I was
is there?
suggesting Portland.
Yeah.
I was suggesting Portland at an airport. All of them.
Yes. Yes.
Next week's guest. Oh, hey. Next week we'll be at LCC. Next week's guest is Elisa at LCC, actually. We're starting at 6.
And Jason's-
7. 7 next week.
She's helping with cabaret too.
Oh, and I guess she's helping with cabaret too.
Yes, she is. And Ray's hosting.
Oh, Ray's hosting
Oh,
next week.
okay, Ray comes back when I'm not here. Where did he go?
Lisa, there's a little message there.
It's very subtle.
Oh, I know. I'm getting to it.
I'm just thinking that too.
But we'll be at LCC. Show starts at 7 next week.
It'll be in her classroom.
It'll be in her classroom actually with all her students. Thanks to Lynn back there.
Ice cream
Thanks,
Great chocolate brownie donut ice cream on my head.
Oh, there you go. Right. Double malt.
Double malt.
fresh
Double
beef
malt.
patty hamburgers, fresh cut fries, all kinds of great stuff.
Lemonade.
You hear all that back there?
Woo.
Good old fashioned name.
Thanks for all of our supporters that came out. But next week's guest is Elisa, like I said, LCC. Live at 7. We haven't done that in a while.
It's been a long years.
So join us next week at LCC or watch us on the web. Doesn't matter.
It's really open. All right.
So yeah, I want to thank John for hosting and all these cabaret people and Hal from the Lions Club over here
Vicky from the cabaret.
and the Vicky from the cabaret,
John from the theater.
John from theater,
Jenny.
Jenny.
Cabaret.
Oh look, that's right.
There's Ray.
I'm sorry, I had a phone call I had to answer.
But yes, next week guest is our very own Ray Baker.
Yeah.
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 I mean the host.
Host.
We're at LCC, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
And I
Elisa.
pointed out you're coming back after I leave. I just want to be real clear about that.
No, that's not it. Believe me, because you had to cancel on me a couple times, Hal. So, I'm sorry, but you're not off my bucket list.
I'll send you the video of Cabaret 2010. Then I'll be on.
Actually, I had the privilege of seeing that one.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
It's still ingrained in your brain, right?
It was a joyous community moment, and I was glad to be able to share it. Yeah. So, as with all the cabaret shows that I've seen through time, what little time there was.
Sorry, it's 13, isn't it?
I thought he was 18.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you flattered my soul when
I thought he was, okay, yeah, 21 was someone gets
I
experience.
used to be 40 after he called me 16.
Nah.
35.
Okay, 35 then. Okay, yeah, join us next week. I think that's it.
Did you do the shout outs?
Yes, I did.
Okay, I'm sorry, I missed that. But can I interject one thing?
See,
I'm sorry. Hey folks, this really is a great community, and I don't know if you gave acknowledgement to Lindsay stuff.
Yes.
We all laughed.
We've got so many local people that are doing so many amazing things. If you want to check things out, email Feet on the Street or contact us somehow because
There's
we have
two
is
emails
incredible.
going out right now from Feet on the Street. The one you have, which is feetonthestreet@hotmail.com, or I have the rocket Feet on the Street at gmail.com.
Yeah, I have one too.
And she has one too.
I mean, no, there's a lot
So
of
there's
ways to
three.
make connections, but the bottom line is this is a great community, and there are so many avenues to support it, participate in it, and just cherish it for the true, sincere, heartfelt value of it. Because a lot of people do so much, and they ask for so little. So please, that's the spirit of the show. I don't think that has changed through time. And God bless you, whatever your journeys are. We're approaching the end of the month. And
Yeah.
also, too, I will add on the front side, as we go into May, we've got Memorial Day coming up. And please be prepared and be honorable of somebody that contributed something to your life, be it family, military, whatever, because people make a difference. And that's what our community is about. So let's keep it that way. Take care. Sorry for the interruption.
All right, well, this is the end of the show.
Of course, they can't be lies. I don't know.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
See you.
Oh, and watch out for them squirrels, apparently.
They're evil.
I'm on site.
Oh, the semi-private.